What is up, guys? So today I want to talk to you about Goku, and for a lot of you, including myself, Goku is one of the best heroes that we've seen in anime history, but he has a quality that I think needs to be checked, and in fact has caused a lot of harm to a lot of people, and that is his self-confidence.
Next up is the most iconic time that this happened, which is when Goku gave Cell a senzu bean right before his fight against Gohan. Now, most people tend to view this as being a negative, irredeemable action, which was both reckless and exemplifies Goku as being a bad father. Although I guess he's also lucky that Android 16's head was there to give Gohan an epic anime speech. And finally, this leads into the most recent time where this happened, but perhaps not the last. And that is when Goku gave Moro a senzu bean. And unlike all the other examples, there's nothing redeeming about this choice, because during this arc, Moro proved that he was a great threat with a wide variety of powers, which led to him continually defeating each of the Z fighters, including Goku. Moro clearly had zero redeeming qualities whatsoever. And then Maris used his angelic powers, sealing away Moro's copy ability and actually ceased to exist because of it, which led to Goku tapping into perfected Ultra Instinct, and it was then that he was finally able to overcome and defeat Moro. But then, after all of that, when he finally had the chance to kill Moro and end this thing once and for all, Goku still decided to spare him and give him a senzu bean. Because in Toyotaro's Dragon Ball, Goku never learns his lesson. And this action single-handedly led to the tide of battle being turned, as Moro gained the power of the angels and then merged with the entire planet.
So Matthew 16, Jesus actually tells the disciples how he's going to suffer, die, and resurrect from the dead. And I want to share with you guys one verse where one of his disciples is basically telling Jesus that he is wrong. So Matthew 16 verse 22 says, "But Peter took him aside and began to reprimand him for saying such things. 'Heaven forbid, Lord,' he said, 'this will never happen to you.' Jesus turned to Peter and said, 'Get away from me, Satan. You are a dangerous trap to me. You are seeing things merely from a human point of view, not from God's.'" So it's interesting here that the roles are almost flipped in a way where Peter thinks that he knows more than Jesus, right? The student thinks that he knows more than the master. And obviously this gets him in trouble because at the end of the day, his desires are contradicting the plan that God has for Jesus. Goku's self-confidence has also caused a lot of trouble in the past. And we've seen two of them here today where he has chosen to purposely give his enemies an edge where he could have defeated them right then and there. And I think one of the things that we can learn from Goku as well as Peter is that we need to be humble. We're not always going to be right. We're not always going to get what we want. Like for Goku, he always wants a good fight, but sometimes you seeking this ultimate fight is going to come at the cost of other people's lives. In this same way, we need to remember that sometimes there are things that we want from a selfish perspective that really will cause harm to other people. And I think that we should always keep that in mind, that we should not try to always get what we want, especially at the cost of others. Alright guys, this is all that I had for you today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. Is this something that you've thought about before? And as always, I just want to remind you that we must persevere.